Good evening from San Ignacio Town. With the 9 o'clock news, I am Patrick Jones. In the headlines, Belize takes part in celebration of CARICOM Energy Week. Rotary Club inaugurates a children's playground in Lords Bank Village. And San Ignacio Police investigate an armed robbery. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories coming up after these messages. More vehicle owners are switching to the PureGuard line of motor oils, and with good reason. PureGuard comes in different grades and specifications. It carries the API certification and comes with the Westrac stamp of approval, guaranteed to make your engine run cleaner and longer, up to 10,000 miles. With PureGuard motor oil, your engine will have less wear and tear, give you maximum performance on the road, and give your vehicle better fuel mileage.
PureGuard, good quality, affordable oil.
Distributed exclusively by Westrac Limited, with branches in Spanish Lookout, Belmopan, Belize City, and Orange Walk Town.
Belize Camping Experience would like to thank everyone who makes BCE successful and meaningful.
To our summer camp supporters and volunteers who came from communities across Belize.
To all who supported, contributed,
and volunteered with our Harvest for Kids project.
Funds raised through last year's rice and corn crop will help maintain BCE's children's programs through 2015.
You can also support BCE by buying your bag of Circle R Premium Rice with the Harvest for Kids logo, now in a new package.
Together we can and will make a positive difference in this beautiful country of Belize.
Here now is the news in details. Belize is this week taking part in activities in celebration of CARICOM Energy Week. The theme for the celebration is Empowering Our Sustainable Development. During the course of the week, a series of activities is being held, including an energy expo designed to raise awareness and foster innovation in the area of sustainable energy in CARICOM countries for national and regional development. According to a government press release, the week of activities is specifically designed to raise awareness within the public and the private sectors, civil society, and academia of the innovative approaches required for the effective adoption of sustainable energy solutions, development in government, business, and social development geared at enhancing Belize's global competitiveness. The official release notes that access to affordable, clean, and sustainable energy supplies is one of the greatest challenges facing humanity during the 21st century. The release goes on to say that Belize is in a unique position to lead the charge in the adoption of sustainable energy for development. Minister of Energy of Antigua and Barbuda, Asat Michael, in an address released online today, acknowledged some of the challenges the region faces as it relates to sustainable development.
This year signifies this regional event's 5th anniversary, and the theme adopted for the region this year is Empowering Our Sustainable Development, emphasizing the link between energy and sustainable development. Ladies and gentlemen, residents and citizens, in the next few weeks, heads of government and captains of industry from around the globe will gather in Paris for the 2015 United Nations Climate Change Conference. Energy will indeed be at the centerpiece of these negotiations as the global community tries to address the challenges posed to development from a rapidly changing climate, with the adverse changes in our climate being driven largely by unsustainable burning of fossil fuels. Countries, including small developing countries like Antigua and Barbuda, will be expected to agree on binding targets for energy use which allow for low carbon economic growth while preserving our Earth's delicate ecology.
The Belize Energy Expo will be held on Wednesday at the Biltmore Hotel in Belize City. The children of Lords Bank Village in the Belize district are the recipients of a new playground that was inaugurated late this evening. The new facility is the collaborative effort of the Rotary Club of Belize, the Village Council, and the Rotary Interact Club from Canada. Tessa Usher is the president of the Interact Club of Belize.
We have another one of the children's park that the Rotary Club of Belize, along with the Village Council in Lords Bank and the Rotary Club of Canada, in particular, Vigerville Interact Club, came to do the setting up of the playground park. It's a collaboration effort between all three parties. So far, we have done about 15 of those parks. It is being handpicked through a local committee that forms out of the Rotary Club of Belize. The understanding between our club, the Rotary Club of Belize, and the Rotary Club in Canada, one of the criteria for receiving one of those playground parks is that there's going to be the upkeep and maintenance by whichever village or school receives the playground park. In this case, it's the Village Council of Lords Bank. They would be the one. So whenever the team comes down, members come down from the Rotary Club in that area, specifically Edmonton, Rotary Club of Edmonton in Canada, they inspect and ensure that these parks are being maintained.
According to a press release from the Rotary Club of Belize, the setting up of the children's playground in Lords Bank Village was done by visiting interactors from Canada who arrived in the country last weekend. A fleet of new ambulances will be deployed to different areas of the country tomorrow. The Ministry of Health today announced that as part of its effort to enhance the health system and the services offered at regional health clinics and hospitals, it has procured 6 new ambulances. The new ambulances will be handed over to the regional managers and administrators on Wednesday in Belmopan. The new equipment will be placed at health facilities in Punta Gorda Town, San Antonio, Toledo, Independence Village, Dangriga, Orange Walk, and San Ignacio towns. You're watching the 9 o'clock news. Stay tuned for more of the day's stories right after these messages.
The Belize Tire Depot, your one-stop destination. What you will find is a first-class selection of solid, dependable, quality products from the names you can trust. We carry a full line of urea and SureTech tools and equipment to meet every need, from light maintenance around the house to heavy-duty fieldwork. Our tire workshop features the full array of Pirelli, Nexen, and Nankang tires for every vehicle and any terrain. Our trained technicians' #1 priority is to ensure you and your family's safety and security on the road. It's all here at the Belize Tire Depot. From reliable equipment, world-class time-tested tires, to sturdy, durable tools. Merchandise that's built to last with quality guaranteed.
Are you always on the go? Tired of missing your favorite games while they're actually being played? Watch your games and sporting events live with Central TV and Internet's incredible MyTV. Simply log on to www.mitv.bz to get easy access to 25 channels, no matter where you are. With Central TV and Internet's MyTV, you're always in the game.
Welcome back to the 9 o'clock news. There was an armed robbery last night in San Ignacio town. Deputy Officer Commanding San Ignacio Police Inspector Raimundo Reyes gives us the details.
Yesterday, the 9th of November 2015, sometime around 7:45 p.m., the cashier for Vivian's Cafe House located on Joseph Andrews Drive reported that whilst inside the establishment along with their next co-worker, they were accosted by 2 masked male persons of dark complexion, one armed with a firearm, which appears to be a 9mm pistol, and the other just made his way towards the cashier itself, where he took the sum of $800 in cash, and the co-worker was robbed of 2 gold rings and an Apple iPad, all to a total of $1,500 value was stolen by these two individuals who made good their escape from the area. What we believe is that this is a crime of opportunity. 3 houses from this said establishment, we have a Chinese store who is mandated by a security guard who is also armed with a firearm. So we could notice that these persons who committed this crime were people who were actually monitoring the movements of the customers inside the establishments, whether they had customers or not. Unfortunately, at the moment there were only 2 persons, the cashier and a co-worker inside the establishment. And 2, it appears that the flow of people around the area was limited. We barely had people walking around the area. So it was just an opportunity that these 2 persons took to rob the said establishment. At this moment we are looking around the area to see if we could get any vital information. As for the moment we do not have no suspect, but we believe that persons who committed this robbery are people that might not be from our area of responsibility, might be people who in transit from one district to the other and commit.
Police investigations continue. On Monday's newscast, we told you of the arrest of Police Constable Kent Thompson for allegedly beating up a man who was in police detention. Inspector Reyes today provided some more details.
About a month ago, there was a young man, Gustavo Williams, who was detained by police in respect to a domestic issue. The gentleman was brought into the station and locked up, and it is reported by Mr. Williams that sometime after midnight, whilst in a cell block, apparently he was calling for the police, that asking that he be released, when a police officer who he described, and due to surveillance footage we managed to establish who this officer was, opened the cell block door and lashed him with a baton that he had in his possession on his body several times, causing bruises to his arms, legs, and to his left side of his rib cage. As a result, an investigation was launched, statement was recorded, medical form issued, and the gentleman requested court action into the matter. So yesterday, Ken Thompson, police officer attached to San Ignacio formation, was formally arrested and charged for harm. He was arraigned and granted bail at the sum of $800.
PC Thompson was arraigned in the magistrate's court on Monday, and he was offered and met bail in the amount of $800. PC Thompson is to reappear in the San Ignacio Magistrates Court on December 30th for the continuation of the case. The inaugural session of the 12th National Assembly will be held on Friday in Belmopan. The new Senate will hold its first meeting at 9 o'clock in the National Assembly chambers. Then at 10 o'clock, a joint meeting of the House of Representatives and the Senate will be held on the grounds of the National Assembly building in Belmopan. TNC will have full coverage of this inaugural session of the 12th National Assembly on Friday night. The news on the National Channel.
Are you always on the go? Tired of missing your favorite games while they're actually being played? Watch your games and sporting events live with Central TV and Internet's incredible MyTV. Simply log on to www.mitv.bz to get easy access to 25 channels, no matter where you are. With Central TV and Internet's MyTV, you're always in the game.
Belize Camping Experience would like to thank everyone who makes BCE successful and meaningful.
To our summer camp supporters and volunteers who came from communities across Belize.
To all who supported, contributed,
and volunteered with our Harvest for Kids project.
Funds raised through last year's rice and corn crop will help maintain BCE's children's programs through 2015.
You can also support BCE by buying your bag of Circle R Premium Rice with the Harvest for Kids logo, now in a new package.
Together we can and will make a positive difference in this beautiful country of Belize.
The final segment of the news tonight is a look at the weather. This shows that a relatively moist northeasterly airflow continues to dominate the weather over our area. The general forecast for Belize and her coastal waters is for cloudy skies at times tonight. Expect a few showers and isolated thunderstorms along coastal areas and in the south tonight and tomorrow morning. Winds over the open sea and along the coast will be easterly to northeasterly at 10 to 20 knots. It will become gustier near the heavier showers and thunderstorms. The sea state will be choppy but becoming locally rough at times. Operators of small craft are advised to exercise caution. Low temperatures tonight will be around 78 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 73 degrees Fahrenheit inland, and 70 degrees Fahrenheit up in the hills. High temperatures on Wednesday will range from 88 degrees Fahrenheit along coastal areas to 92 degrees Fahrenheit inland. It will be a warm 80 degrees Fahrenheit up at the exposed areas of the mountain Pine Ridge and along the Maya Mountains in the south. The tides. A high tide is now occurring. A low tide follows at 4 minutes to 4 o'clock in the morning. The sun will rise at 4 minutes to 6 o'clock in the morning. It will set at 18 minutes past 5 o'clock tomorrow evening. The extended forecast, valid through to Thursday afternoon, is for mostly cloudy skies with a few showers and thunderstorms over most areas. And that is a look at the weather with information provided by forecaster Michael Gentle at the Belize Weather Bureau. To end the news, here are the headlines again. Belize takes part in celebration of CARICOM Energy Week. Rotary Club inaugurates a children's playground in Lords Bank Village, and the San Ignacio Police investigate an armed robbery. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. Thank you for joining us. I am Patrick Jones. Have a good evening and a good night.